So next we discussed that the remuneration of employees. Henry Fayol says that the employees' remuneration should be very much fair to both the employees and the organization. Wages should be there like that encourage the workers to work more and better. The overall pay and compensation should be very much fair to both the employees and the organization. Wages should be like that it encourage the workers so that they can work more and better to the organization. So it is very important, students, as per the Henry Fayol, that the remuneration that is given to the employees should be fair according to their task. Next, centralization and decentralization. This is very important topic, students. This topic is in your detail also when we in our next topic. So, what we mean by centralization and what we mean by decentralization. First, you have to understand it. Centralization means when every authority is in only few hands or in only one hand. Like for example, you can have this railway department. This railway department is centralized department because all the schedules of trains and everything is decided at the central level. No other authority, no other department is there who interrupt in between these departments. Why the railway department is centralized? Because if we give the powers in other hand or power is divided into other categories, it can happen that train timings will get mismatched and there can be the confusion in arriving and departing of the trains. So centralization means when all the authorities, all the decision making authorities are at the top level, at the few hands, and every power is at the particular point. Everything is derived from the few hands only. It is called the centralization. Now, what is decentralization? See, decentralization means when you distribute the power on every level of the management. Means in all the organization, in all the departments, in all the level, the power is distributed and so that everyone can take decisions according to its working. So centralization and decentralization. Now question arises. Is the organization should be centralized? As centralization have its benefits. If the decision is in one hand, yes, it's have a benefit that it ensures more control, more informations are there at one hand. Yes, when the decisions are on one hand, more control is there, more resources wastage can be reduced, allocation of resources will be good. But what happens, students, sometimes is there when work is so much wide, it is very difficult to centralize the thing at one point because at every level certain authorities are required. Because if they don't have that type of authorities, what will happen? If they go for every decision to the particular level or to particular point, it get work delayed or it get work very much disturbed. So what organizations have to do? They have to decentralize the work. They have to give the power at every level so that there should be balance and no organization, both should be balanced. No organization can be completely centralized or no organization can be completely decentralized. So Henry Fayol says that between the centralization and decentralization, organization should have to make the proper balance. If in particular departments or particular working centralization is required, then that work should be kept centralized. And if at certain level decentralization is required, then the work should be decentralized. For example, in many of the organizations, accounts department is generally centralized. All the departments' salaries and all the departments' finance is handled at particular level only, and all the decisions are taken by the central level. So, because if the accounts department, because it is necessary or required for the organization to have the account at the central level, so that department is centralized in many of the organization, but production, selling, marketing, that departments are decentralized according to the products, according to the category, according to the territory, according to the region, the work get decentralized. So centralization and decentralization, there should be a proper balance between them. No organization can be completely centralized or completely decentralized. Another one, scalar chain. Scalar chain means the formal lines of authority between superiors and subordinates from the highest to the lowest rank is known as scalar chain. Scalar chain means there should be a formal line of authority between superior and subordinate from highest to the lowest, and this chain should not be violated. But if there is an emergency, employees are at the same level, then they can contact through gangplank by informing their immediate superior. Likewise, for example, there are 5 individuals A, B, C, D, E. A have to communicate to B, B have to communicate C have to communicate D, or E have to communicate E. Now this is formal line of authority A, B, C, D, E. E can't go directly to A. If E have the problem, he have to first tell to D, D will tell to C will tell to B, and B will tell to A. Likewise, if there is another department have ABCD is in department FGHIJ. That is another department. Here also the same authority is followed. Now this line is very good because every person has its immediate superior and he have to communicate with that individual only. No person of the same department can communicate with each other. If I have a problem with another department, I will communicate to my immediate superior. That person will communicate to its immediate superior. Like E will communicate to D, D will communicate to B, D to A, and that A individual will communicate to the another individual F, and that in the same will follow. Now this will be the time consuming process. Now there is an emergency. The person working at the E department have to communicate with the FGHIJ person who is on the same level, and so he can communicate through the gangplank by informing its immediate superior. So that is called as the scalar chain. Scalar chain is the hierarchy that is followed between the superior and subordinates from the highest to the lowest rank. Order. Henry Fayol says that each and everything in the organization should be kept at the designated place. People and materials should be at the suitable places at appropriate time for the maximum efficiency. Order says if the thing should be placed at the designated place, will be placed at the suitable places at the appropriate time, so it will increase the efficiency, it will reduce the time, and it will increase the productivity of the workers. Every place for everything and everyone should be kept it at the designated place. Equity. Another principle of Henry Fayol is equity. That the working environment of the organization should be free from every type of discrimination. Principle of justice should be followed. Every worker should be treated equally. There is no differentiation between the workers, name of religion, language, caste, sex, belief, or any basis of unity of command, unity of direction, nationality, anything. Every person should be treated equal. All the rules and regulations that are following in the organization should be equal for everyone. Every person should be not be unduly favored or punished. Every person should be treated equal in the organization. There will be no discrimination among the individuals at any cost. Another principle of Henry Fayol, stability of personnel. After being selected and appointed by rigorous procedure, the person should be kept at the post for the minimum period decided to show results. That means every person should feel like that his position in the organization is stable. He should be given time to show its results. He should feel secured. He should feel that yes, his work or his position in the organization is secure and he can work for the long tenure in the organization, so that he work with the greatest efficiency. He doesn't have an insecurity in the mind that he didn't get the job, his post is not permanent. So he should give enough time to show its results, to show its performance, so that he can feel secure and he can feel stability in the organization. Another principle, every worker should be encouraged so that he can develop and can carry out their plans for improvements. Means he should be motivated, he should be self-motivated so that he can take the first step. He can think out and execute the plan. Workers should be encouraged to develop and carry out their plans for improvement. Initiative means taking the first step with self-motivation. It is thinking out and executing the plan. They should motivate to take the opportunities, to do something new, to carry out with the new plans so that they can do something better. Spread the crops. Management should promote team spread. They should promote harmony among employees. Spread the crops matlab, like they were the crops, they were when united, you can't differentiate between them. So in the same way, management should take its all the individual in a united way. They should promote the teamwork, they should promote the team spirit, and they should promote the harmony among employees. So workers, students, these are the 14 principles of management. We discussed unity of command. Till then, we have discussed about unity of direction. Unity of direction means every person should be directed towards the one head and one plan. Then we discussed that individual, if there is any conflict between individual interest to the general interest, the subordination interest always have be on less priority. Organizational interest always be given to the more priority. Employees' remuneration should be very much fair. It should be like that, that they encourage the workers to do more and better. Centralization and decentralization should be have a proper balance. It cannot be happen that all organization should be fully centralized or should be fully decentralized. Centralization and decentralization should be done according to the requirement of the organization. Scalar change should be followed in the organization. There should be proper hierarchy of the workers from the top level to the lower level. But if there is any emergency, then the person by communicating to its immediate superior can communicate to the another department individual of the same level if there is any emergency. And that process is called as the gang plan. Everything should be kept at the proper place. Every person should be kept at the suitable places at the appropriate time so that the efficiency can be increased and productivity can be increased. There should be equal treatment for everyone. There should not be discrimination at any cost to the individual, and everyone should be given the fair treatment. The person should feel secured in the organization. He should give enough time to show its skills, to show its particular results, should be kept at a particular organization so that he can feel secure. Person should encourage to develop its to take the opportunities, to initiate the task, to take the first step, to be self-motivated, to think out and to execute the plan. All the workers should be motivated to work in team. There should be harmony among employees, and management should promote the team spirit and the unity among the employees. That's all, students, for this lecture. These are all about we are discussed about the Henry Fayol 14 principle. In next lecture, we will discuss about the unit 2, that is unit planning.